The Tales of Terror, MVP's newest drop, has just hit shelves, and today we're taking a look at 3 of the discs that I think are shaping up to be some of my favorites from this most recent release. Last year we got the Tour of Terror, which had a bunch of great discs, so I'm hoping for the same this year. And I think it will be, because up first we have the Cosmic Neutron Ohm. I love the Ohm. Cosmic Neutron Plastic, also great. Good combo. And the Particle Proton Insanity. This one's in this crazy cotton candy colorway with the very swirly rim. We love some swirls here. And of course, no MVP release is complete without a very popular trail. This is in the Proton Plastic. We're gonna be throwing these 3 discs all around the course, seeing how they fly. Should be a great time, so let's jump into it. Starting out on a nice 405-foot wide open hole, baking in the sun. Let's start out with our Particle Proton Insanity, probably the disc from this drop I'm most excited about. Has the numbers 9.5, -2 turn, 1.5 fade. I've owned a lot of Insanities in my life that have ranged from comically understable roller discs to kind of overstable, so really curious to see where this stacks up. Oh, that's got some understability. Look at that turning. I mean, that's gonna be crazy far, but we are way in the woods to the right. And that was a pretty flat release, but all that turn. All right, that was nowhere near the basket. Was not expecting that level of flip, but I suppose I should have. Instead, we'll go trail. 10.5, -1.1. If you haven't thrown a trail yet, what are you doing? It's super popular. For a good reason, they are super straight, high-speed fairway drivers. Yeah, ooh, that's going. That is mushed. That might be pin high on a 405-foot hole, so I am very happy with that. Yeah, that thing freaking went. And we hit a tree, ended up about 35 feet short to the right. And we'll be putting with the Ohm today, but I'm really impressed. That trail had some nice turn out of it, right out of the box. Which in the Proton Plastic, I wasn't really sure if it was going to be more overstable than like a Neutron trail. Which tragically, I lost my Neutron trail just a couple weeks ago while I was ironically filming my In the Bag. But right off the bat, this Proton trail, flight-wise and stability-wise, reminds me a lot of my beat-up Neutron trail. 650-foot par 4, gotta crest this hill, go downhill. We want to end a little bit to the left, so I think the trail is gonna help us out a little bit more than the Insanity. Ooh, it's got some turn, got some flip up to flat off of the slight hyzer. Coming back in, it's gonna set up great. And now let's try the Insanity. Gonna have to put this on a lot more hyzer to get that straight flight. Oh, that's just turning all the way over. We clip a branch, which slows us down, gets us back to the left, but lots of understability. And let's go Cosmic Neutron Ohm, just to test it out. Wanna see how it flies off the tee. Oh, and just dead straight. A little bit of hookup at the end. Woo! That's a beauty. That's why I love the Ohm. So the trail, we needed to get a little bit more left, but we ended up behind this tree on the right. We got to get around this tree and far. So we're going to try to throw the Ohm on some anhyzer, see if we can get a nice controlled upshot. Maybe see if it'll fight out a little bit at the end of the flight. That looks really nice. Pan out. Very nice. That worked out exactly like we hoped, which leaves us with a very routine Ohm upshot to collect our par. Very challenging 382-foot par 3, Water Creek, all on the right and in front of the basket. The Insanity might get us into a little bit of trouble with this water on the right, but I think a hyzer flip is the play here, so we're gonna try Insanity, see how it works out. Oh, look at all that turn. You got to come out, though. You got to come back. I think that's going to be great. And we made it across the creek. Awesome. Very solid. And let's try the Ohm just for a nice layup shot. If we didn't want to try to test the creek, we just want to lay up, go shore of the creek, then Ohm would be a great choice here. You see that overstability at the end of the flight. That goes so far. Ohm and the Watt, which I also really like, have so much glide. They just go forever, especially for putters. And we just barely squeaked across with the Insanity for a deep circle too. Now the Ohm has the numbers 2501. Cosmic Neutron Plastic historically has been more overstable than MVP's other plastics. And already I feel like I can throw this ohm really hard and trust that it's not going to turn over on me, which I really like to have in a straight flying throwing putter. 158 foot uphill, basket is straight away. Put that out to the left, but we're probably going to be about pin high, maybe even a little bit deep. And we were right, just a little bit deep of the basket, but well inside of circle one here, so should be no problem for the ohm. 434 foot par 4. You got to make this gap off the tee and then bend way to the right. I think that forehand is the very clear, safe play here, where you can still very much birdie even if you don't get a ton of distance off the tee. But I feel like none of these are overstable enough to really pull off that shot well. So we're going to trust the understability of the Insanity on the backhand to bend to the right. One thing about Insanity versus Trail, you know, they're both high speed fairway drivers, so there's probably a lot of people who are kind of debating between whether they should get a Trail or Insanity. But one thing that really separates these two discs is that every Insanity I've ever felt has been super flat. Whereas the Trail, being one of their newer molds, I feel like they've really made a concerted effort to try to get more dome on the Trail than they have with molds that came out before it. And the Proton is no exception. It has a much higher shoulder than something like the Insanity, whereas the Insanity being so flat and having that lower shoulder and the slightly slimmer rim width, overall just feels smaller in my power grip relative to something like the Trail. Anyways, let's do super flippy shot with the Insanity. Oh, we snuck through. Not exactly the line I was gunning for, but all that understability is going to help us big time get to the right. Let's try the Trail on some anhyzer and see if we can really bend it without it coming out, flexing out, and getting overstable on us. Put that out really low, but you could see it want to flex out a little bit at the end, kind of pan out. Still, both decent shots, not bad at all. And we got tons of distance on this Insanity, but it kind of landed us in a weird spot where we got to get up on this cliff side where the basket is. We are very close to the basket. We're just kind of in an awkward space relative to it. We're gonna go up shot with the ohm. Then we're gonna go up and over. Is that gonna work out for us? That does work out for us. 204 foot par 3, downhill, straight ahead, a couple trees to navigate, but if you just throw something really straight, you are basically guaranteed, at worst, a par and probably a birdie. So we're gonna go ohm up the gut. See that overstability there? Woo! See, my watt probably would have drifted more to the right, but because of that overstability, we got left. We got lucky to hit that log there, which sets us up for the putt. And we got 375 foot par 3 uphill. We just got to blast these. So we're going to go both Trail and Insanity, see how much distance we can get, starting with Trail. Put that out kind of low, plenty of distance though. Wanted to drift a little bit to the right before coming back, and we land on that uphill slope going up to the pickleball courts. Let's go Insanity. And look at all that understability, coming back a little bit because we've thrown uphill. Those actually landed probably right next to each other. Good deal. And we will take it from our Trail here with the ohm, just a little baby upshot with the backhand. Easy peasy. So overall, very happy with all three of my Tales of Terror discs. Of course, these are all three molds that I already knew I enjoyed, so it's no surprise that I like how they all flew. With the ohm, I love the fact that it has the very flat top, has that little bit of overstability, while still being a very glidey, far-flying putter, so I feel like I can throw it really hard, get that straight flight, but at the same time, I can power down on it, have that finesse, have that touch. Great for upshots. The Particle Proton Insanity is very flippy, very understable, but I really enjoy it for that hyzer flip style shot. Recently, I've been bagging the Fission Trails, which kind of fulfill a very similar slot. I'd say that if you're going like that 165 to 170 gram Fission Trail, this is still gonna be a little bit more understable. And if you're someone with a lot of arm speed, this could even be like a backhand roller disc for you. And then finally, we have just the Proton Trail, which I already knew I was gonna like the Trail. I've been bagging the Trail for a long time. I like the fact that this isn't any more overstable than my Neutron Trail was. Has a little bit of turn, has a little bit of fade back, which is exactly how it's marketed with the numbers. And because it also has all that glide to go with it, the Proton Trail, I think, is a real winner. Now, if I had to bag one of these three, I mean, the trail is hard to beat, especially because I lost my trail recently, so this slots right in the bag very quickly, but at the same time, I absolutely love this Ohm. And this is probably one of my favorite styles of disc, so I actually think that the Ohm is my favorite of the three, but can't go wrong with any of them. Now, if you've tried any of the Tales of Terror discs, let me know how you've enjoyed them down in the comments, or if you're just planning on picking one up, let me know which one you're gonna pick up down below. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you consider liking and subscribing. We just hit 3,000 subscribers, which is so awesome. I'm so thankful for everyone who's been liking, subscribing, commenting. You guys absolutely rock. I notice you guys who comment every week. I love interacting with you. It's been an awesome ride so far. You can also follow me on Instagram at Flying Fajita Disc Golf or UDisc Community at Flying Fajita. As always, guys, I love you. Take care. I'll see you next time.